And we're back with another AF one-on-one. I'm Adam Pelletier. Joining me tonight is Roy Big Smooth Lawrence, one of the co-owners of the Salina Liberty. Roy, how you doing today? And thanks for making the time.
Adam, I'm doing fine. It was great to see you in New York this weekend, and I'm looking forward to this here podcast this evening.
No, I mean, everybody's looking forward
How are
to it.
you doing?
I'm doing great. It's nice and warm here. Like we said, much warmer than it was in New York. And we're not dealing with any snow, so that's always a good thing. So talk to us a little bit about your adventures in the 50-yard game. How'd you get involved with the Salina Liberty?
Well, I will tell you, Adam, 10 years ago, we had another team in our city that was here, and they actually folded up and were leaving. And a couple of partners were huge sponsors. Dan Mendocino and Tom Perez were sponsors, and they actually didn't want to see the team leave Salina. So they started reaching out to different people who they thought would have an interest in being part of a football team. And so our general manager, Francis Flax, came in and brought my name up somehow because we used to own a semi-pro basketball team together. And, we went to this roundtable meeting, and he never told me what I was going there for. I showed up, and next thing I know, we were talking about football. And so those guys explained to me what they were doing, and I thought about it, and they said, well, we're going to get down to the nuts and bolts of things. You're going to have to leave and give us your answer the next day. And, of course, Francis, he drove me there and knew I couldn't leave. So the guys asked me, okay, just go ahead and stay here and listen to the business part of this. And once we were done, the rest is history. So Dan, Tom, and myself are the three original owners. We had a couple others with us, but they moved on to other things. And now we're 10 years in, and it's, it started out as a hobby, but now I think we turned it into a business that we're trying to make it successful for everybody in the city. That's how I got involved.
No, that's awesome. I mean, one of the longest tenured teams and organizations in the 50-yard game in your second year of arena football. Just talk to us about what that's been like, making the transition to Arena Football 1. Why Arena Football 1? Why are y'all so excited about this? I mean, you and Jimmy were both incredibly excited in Albany to kind of talk about everything and just keep getting things ready. What's behind that excitement and that passion?
Well, what's so exciting about it is we joined a league and a group of other teams that are just as excited and passionate as we are. And, our team actually doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the City of Salina. And, our fan support is actually what drives us to do what we do. And, we want to bring them a good product. And, every time we go to a meeting and we sit down face to face with other owners and learn things, we bring that back and just keep pushing and thriving to be the best that we can be. And, with all of that, our fans just love to hear about it. There's no us without them, and we appreciate what they do for us and what we're all going to do for the league.
No, that's awesome. I mean, you have a great team leading that with Sam Sellers and Haran O'Neill. Talk to us. What's that process like? What do you look for to find that GM and coach where you're just like, yeah, you guys got it. We can trust you with that.
Well, I will say, as a former athletic director and our other guys as businessmen, we know what we want and we know what we need to do. and we find people who are passionate as we are about the game, and and that's where Sam fits in. That's where Coach Neal fits in, and we're blessed to have both of them because both of those guys are hard workers, and you know, Sam's filling some big shoes by filling Francis Flack's shoes when Francis departed us last year um, to retirement, and Coach Neal continues to make things better every year. So, you know, he's a fan favorite here in Salina, and I know he's well known throughout the league and throughout the country in the arena football.
No, and that's been huge, and that's been, helped y'all make the transition from indoor to arena. As you talk about the team belonging to the city of Salina, talk to us, how have y'all kind of done that? How have y'all made this a community institution, and just so part of the fabric of Salina, Kansas?
Well, how it all works is, as we all know, that we need sponsorships to make our organization run. And our faces are in this community along with the faces who support us. And, we thrive on doing what's best for our community because they see us on a day-to-day basis. They know us, they know where we live, we know where they live, we chat with them, we meet with them, and it's just a close-knit community here in Salina that our fans have grown so much that we're starting to extend in the I want to say suburbs or the next city's over from ours.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great thing to have in a small town market because now everybody's gravitating to our team because we are their team in the 4-county area.
Mm-hmm.
So, what we can do to continue that is just keep bringing smiles to kids' faces, keep bringing smiles to all the adult fans, and putting a good product out on the field. And that's one thing that Coach Neal and Sam puts together a roster with the other staff members there. And we will continue that and hope to bring another championship back here to Salina.
Yeah, and y'all were on the verge of it last year. You had, a tough game in Albany. You guys went in and you really stood toe to toe with a really strong Firebirds team and were one win away from being in a championship game. So running it back this year, got to be exciting for y'all. Are there any teams? There have been some teams in this league that you're more familiar with and coaches that you're more familiar with than others. Is there anybody that you kind of consider Salina's rival as y'all are heading into 2025, or someone that you really want to get the edge on and really want to beat this year?
Well, we played the Billings and we played the Southwest Kansas. Those guys have been with us in the past, but we really do want to tap into probably actually beating Albany, probably making sure we get a piece of Orlando. I don't want to brag too much because I don't want the words to come back and bite me, but it's exciting to play different talents. And, we, like I say, our coaches and our staff, we played Billings and they really have been a good rivalry. And so is Southwest Kansas. But, now to tap into different places, we want to play with the big dogs at all levels. And I think we're qualified to do that by just our first year in the league, showing what we could do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is there any player that you think is really going to make a difference for y'all on the field this year? Is there anybody you're like, I'm excited to watch that guy play football this year?
I'm always excited to watch Tracy Brooks. He's been a superstar for us for, I believe, 10 years. And at the last couple of years, Tracy's went down with a broken wrist or something toward the end, and he comes back even stronger every year. He is the face of our organization. You know, he is the guy that in this community, everybody loves Tracy. And every little kid wants to be like Tracy. They want to be around Tracy. They want to, he brings that firepower. When he's on the field, he's that leader. And I'm looking forward to him leading us again. He's the guy that I want to see who came back 2 years in a row after 2 major injuries and continues to work hard to put a good game out there every time he steps on the field.
That's huge. I mean, losing him last year in that Albany game was huge. I really wonder how that game finishes if Tracy isn't hurt for the Firebirds game, because yeah, I mean, he's just a huge part of that offense and really is the heart and soul. I've never heard anybody in Salina not say that Tracy's their favorite player. And I know he does a lot for y'all. And I learned something from y'all in Albany. You talked about, we talk about your players doing whatever it takes. The owners are doing whatever it takes to talk to us a little bit about your ownership group's game day ritual, and this is something, it's a little thing, but I think it's really cool that y'all do it.
Well, what we do every Saturday that we play at our home games, it's our time to get together. We meet at the arena at 8:00 in the morning, and we start our day by setting up our arena ourselves. We vacuum our field. We set up the game day scripts, post them. We put water and Gatorade in locker rooms. We make sure the referees' room's taken care of. We make sure our VIP stuff is taken care of. All banners are right. So when we roll out for the game, it's a perfect environment. And, once all of that is done, we'll go and just sit down and relax for maybe an hour or so. And before you know it, it's game time. And that's our bonding time, because we want to know on game day who's doing what. When we leave that arena, we know who's going to be there, who's going to be there to actually meet the team, who's going to be there for the food, who's going to make sure the referees are getting in the right place. We all have a job. And, we rely on each other to do that. And once it's all done and it's time to dim the lights and make the announcements that the game is on, that's when we step back a little bit and enjoy the fruits of our labor. So it's a good time all over, Adam. I wish you could come here and video working sometime, because you would be amazed.
It's on my list of places to go. And I just think that that's spectacular. I mean, you talked about it, and talking to other people in your organization, you talked about this team belonging to the city of Salina, and y'all just going out there and acting as good stewards of your team and of your community. That's spectacular. And we love to hear about all the things that people do to show and get hands-on with these organizations. And I think that that's just something that is really a differentiator for a lot of our franchises, is how hands-on the ownership is, not just with decision-making, but also in the active game day, make it happen. And that's just great to see. I know I love to work with a group of people who roll up the sleeves and get their hands dirty, just like we do on a daily basis.
Well, we should give a shout out. Our arena, that staff there, wow. They prepare our field for us. And when we're there, they're there to make sure if we need anything, they're just a walkie-talkie away or a phone call saying, hey, we need a table over here. Can you guys bring one over here? Because we need it here today. Or, we need this. Our arena's there. We got some fans that come in and just want to help. I know we have one fan that comes 90 miles to be there to help us every single Saturday. And he's been a great guy. He's part of our organization that, people don't see some of the things he does in the background. He's a fan that's been part of our organization for 90 or for 10 years. So, we got the fan support that helps us when needed. And, it's just exciting all around.
So y'all open up your first 2 weeks on the road, going to Arizona and going to Corpus Christi before you get back to the confines of the pizza box on April 5th. Are there any arenas that you're excited to go to? You talked about the Tony's Pizza Event Center. I'll call it by its full proper name, not the pizza box. But are there any arenas or places that you're excited to go visit and watch a game in this season?
Well, yes, first of all, I'd never heard it called a pizza box. So I might use that myself every now and then. So I'm going to take that from you. But yes, I'm looking forward to going to Corpus. I'm looking forward to going down and see Arizona. And I believe we may go to Oregon. But I'm looking forward to seeing all of our new teams in the league, their facilities. Because in the last 10 years, to be truthful, I missed 2 games in 10 years. And the only time I missed 2 this year was I had board meetings or something else going on. But I'm usually at every away game. So I will see everybody's arena, and some of the other owners, depending on where we go, will probably be there also.
And of course, you're aiming to host. And of course, you're aiming to host some playoffs and an arena championship game this year, correct?
Yes. We hope to have that game at our house.
Bringing everybody into
the ideal.
Bringing everybody into the friendly confines of the pizza box.
Bringing everybody into the box.
So, Roy,
you just gave us a new name, and I love it.
I love it. It's great. I think I thought Katie came up with that last year. I'm not sure. I thought she came up with that, but maybe not.
Well, it's going to be used now.
There we go. There we go. All right, Roy, any final messages to Salina Liberty fans or arena football fans about why they should become Salina Liberty fans before we let you get out of here?
Well, I just wish that all around, first of all, that whatever city we have a team, that you get out there and support that team in your city, because each owner is doing it for you. And the more support we get, the better our league becomes. And, for Salina, I hope all the fans are getting prepared to get several new season ticket holders. Bring friends, bring cousins, bring whoever. We need you to pack the stands, because we're in a new league here, and we want to start this new league out in the right direction, because we want to have the best fans throughout the AF1. And the only way to do it is Salina. You have to show it. I'm that guy. I'm from Missouri, the show me state. So Salina, show me what you got. And go there, baby.
There we go. All right. Well, Roy, thank you very much for your time. We look forward to seeing your Liberty in action on Sunday, March 23rd, and can't wait for the season to start. So thank you very much for your time.
All right, Adam, thanks, and good to see you, and appreciate you keep doing what you're doing, because you're making this league exciting every day. So thank you.
Try. Thank y'all. All right. We'll see y'all next time.